Yeah, I'm trying to go to the inside. Door shut by Tebow.
So it's a Saturday afternoon. There's a live RC race right here. They're running Nitro Buggies. I, of course, already put in the chat right here. I said, hey guys, the Nitrogang is here. I had a dream, and my dream told me to make Nitro great again. Oh yeah, and it landed. We got the Nitrogang out here. Nitro World Order.
Nitro World Order.
So it's a Saturday afternoon. There's a live RC race right here. They're running Nitro Buggies. I, of course, already put in the chat right here. I said, hey guys, the Nitrogang is here. Also working on the Jada right now, Nitro for Life. And of course, we got Bob's RC right here. NWO, baby. He knows what that's all about. So let's watch this race. NWO. I'm going to put that in here again.
Nitro World Order.
Nitro World Order. There is commentary here in the background, but they're talking about the drivers' names, which really, personally, I don't care about the drivers' names. I only care about the specs of the Nitros they're running, which they're all buggies at this point, you know. Once you've seen the buggy, you've basically seen them all. But it's still fairly interesting to see what it is. Do I recognize any of these guys' names here? No, not really. But this is the 2021 Roar Nitro Off-Road Nationals. Well, qualifying. Part 1 of 2. Well, either way, I mean, Off-Road Nationals, that's pretty serious stuff right here.
No, they do not do cockroaches at all whatsoever. Don't want to be around them.
I'm not sure what the commentators here are talking about. But the Nitro World Order, if we were running this race, we will be talking about, you know, running different oil contents, how people break their engines in, especially talking about what to do when the center diff pisses you off hardcore like it always does to me.
They're not like big Madagascar like cockroaches.
No, they're pretty big.
Are they?
They're still talking about cockroaches.
They look up at you and say, really?
Yeah, you...
Madagascar cockroaches, guys.
Running at you. And raid doesn't work. Pro tip, brake clean does work. Brake clean will kill cockroaches.
We would like to give a big, huge shout out on liverc.com to Jason Jr. Welcome to the show. First, he's new to the channel. Welcome, Jason.
They're talking about this guy, Jason.
Going crazy for you. Welcome.
That's pretty cool. I mean, the commentators are at least reading the chat. I'm going to say, can I get a shout out? I'll be doing a video on this.
ProTech, Lead Finger Racing, and Live Time.
Let's see if we get a shout out from the Nitrogang.
Hope you're enjoying the show here. These are...
So far, no one gave a shout out to the Nitrogang.
I don't know what that's for. I think it's for this.
So they're running these buggies. I mean, all these buggy races are basically similar when you watch them.
Robert out front.
These cars perform great at all times. They're basically made for tracks just like this, obviously. Me personally, I'm not really a buggy fan. They're just basically all the same. It's like, once you've had the cheap, you know, run-of-the-mill Offna Ultra MBX from like the early 2000s, or any of those Offnas, you've basically had every single buggy out there. And I have a couple old buggies. I have a vintage XTM Exterminator XTE2 with the 457 motor. Never took it out, but I do have it. I want you guys to know. There are 320 people watching this. Right, so this is in Oakland Mills, Pennsylvania right here, it says. That's actually not that far from where I live. I mean, I might have to make a Nitrogang road trip to a track like this, but I don't know if I want to show up with a buggy. I want to run my t-maxx and yell 2-speed baby here, of course.
I don't know if I have that done right.
They're talking about how fast someone's getting around the track. I find this stuff extremely hard to follow. Now, of course, you know, these race times here, the cars do have transponders. Oh, Bob's RC. He says, hybrid, that's me. I enjoy your videos. Good stuff, I'm going to say.
Remember that?
Thanks, Bob's RC.
Oh, it was epic.
You the man.
It was maybe the best Super Bowl performance.
So far, not many crashes or flips at all with these Nitro buggies. These drivers obviously are top-notch, you know, off-road nationals here, roar. This is not like your local club race. This is some serious stuff we're talking about.
Because I'm just saying, nobody my age was like, yeah, that Prince concert was awesome.
I don't know.
Yep, the commentators are now talking about some Prince concert.
Robbie Brain will tell us, what year did Prince do the Super Bowl? Because it was pretty epic.
When did Prince do the Super Bowl? Who cares?
06, Travis said.
We only care about Nitro content and how they properly start their engines and what kind of bump box they use. Of course, I could keep asking millions of questions, but we're not going to talk about that here because these guys, well, the commentators, I'm not sure what their history is with RC here, but I'm pretty sure it's fairly significant.
Have you ever watched the movie Purple Rain?
They're talking about some movie called Purple Rain. Yeah, that's out of my, you know, league in terms of lifespan here.
Yeah, that was great.
My dad said that was the best concert he ever went to. Was Prince.
Boy, I'm not... Okay, I'll give you Aerosmith, but I ain't throwing Britney Spears into the same realm as Prince.
Guys, can we please talk about like the nitro tech they're using here, at least like maybe the type of fuel they're running, the oil content? That's what people want to know when we're watching this.
No.
Otherwise, it's just watching a bunch of yellow lines laid out on a dirt track. Totally useless.
Prince has so much unreleased music. Yeah, in fact, I just heard something that there's a new song and Prince, he's got a lot of stuff. I never knew.
Yep, now people in the comments here talking about some kind of unreleased music.
Many of his songs, he played all the instruments.
Nitrogang doesn't care about that.
And then if you watch the guitar solo that he did.
So
honestly, guys, this whole race so far, I've been watching this for quite some time, and no one's even talked about like the technology of what they're racing at all. So honestly, don't even know what I'm watching right now. Kind of repairing the brakes on my Jado for the Arma Infraction Challenge I've issued. It's funner than this right now.
Lady Gaga, yes, Lady Gaga was good. Can't deny that, but I don't think it was at Prince's level.
I mean, I don't want to say that this is close to reading the newest issue of Radio Control Car Action magazine that is 100% all electric. But this might as well be 100% all electric because I don't see any kind of smoke coming out there. There's no talking about Nitro. They're talking about unreleased music albums, guys.
Oh, man.
Guys, I don't know if I could do this anymore. I'm going to have to stop watching this.
Cool. We're going to go to Live RC Instant Replay here.
Oh, Instant Replay. What do they got?
Watch this.
Probably the only crash, probably the only interesting scene. Yeah. They didn't even do a zoom in. I do better zoom-ins on my own videos than this.
You see Testman coming
right now, it's a day after that initial recording, the clips you just saw, guys. It looks like they got some more Nitro action going on right now. I can see some pretty famous names here on the leaderboard. We have Cavalieri, so you know that the qualifiers are over. I'm in the chat right here. People saying hybrid, blah, blah, blah. Pretty cool. Someone said, oh yeah, hybrid. The whole 1 hour was ETC. I'm not sure what ETC is, but basically I asked whether this portion was worth recording or talking about. And they said yes. I'm going to say, okay guys, I'm recording this. Nitrogang. They got some guy named Tebow over here. Pretty sure that's not the guy that, you know, doesn't want to stand for the national anthem.
He's jumping right into the camera.
Cap trying to go to the inside. Door shut by Tebow. Down the hill. These guys are ripping. 34.8 from Mayfield.
It's true that these buggies, or sometimes, you know, truggies, whatever you want to call them, but basically they're all the same center diff 1/8 scale chassis design. They're very ideal for a track like this, but for me, like in terms of a spectator, I prefer watching like an old Traxxas t-maxx or something like that running around, you know, where you could see the 8 shocks working, where you could hear that 2-speed. Of course, you're going to have a whole bunch of more problems with those vintage RCs, but they are sure fun to watch. This, It's very, very repetitive. It's as expected. It's like watching a pro football game or a pro baseball game. You pretty much know they're going to do relatively okay for the most part. I mostly watch a lot of the minor leagues athletics because, you know, they make mistakes. It's a little bit more interesting. You never know what's going to happen. Then you could talk about something in terms of, oh, they made a mistake, this and that. In like Major League Baseball, you very rarely could identify obvious mistakes.
Mayfield, Tessman, Tebow, Cavalieri, Ripken, Jones, Warner,
Someone is saying, looks like they are running 45% Nitro. So tuned.
Cav almost making a mistake.
Man, I would really like to confirm this statement, but, you know, these announcers, they're not talking about any kind of Nitro fuel or nothing. I guess, oh, we have VP Racing sponsors this, so I guess they're Cam. But once again, we don't know anything about the fuel mixture they're running or, like, the oil content, something like that.
Warren Horse 7th, Lutz 8, Warren 9th, and...
So people say, man, electrics is the way to go. Well, this is proof that a Nitro can compete at, you know, a crazy level like this. These events are very long. They're not like 5 to 10 minutes. They refuel, they keep going. It's a whole thing.
Another 34.6 from Mayfield, followed by a 34.5 from Tessman.
Tessman wants some of that. He's trying to get back.
Tessman said, hold my maple syrup. Got stuff to do.
That was good.
Thank you.
That was a good one. Mayfield, Tessman, Cavalieri, Ripken, and Jones.
Okay, well, that's enough for now because, you know, maybe I'll watch a little bit later. If it's interesting, I'll put in the video. If it's not, well, this will be over. I really like this point of view camera. Much less terrible resolution and quality from the camera they're using here. Here it's like really faded, kind of dark looking here on the screen. But hey, you know, at least the camera's moving this time and it's not static like it was at the beginning of the race. Alright guys, I'm going to come back later. We'll see if it's worth recording. See you later.
I believe it was my race.
So fine, but her breath is like, she says she wanna dance, but she don't know how to move. Her name is Jane, bitch don't have no panties. I'm